With quill and silver knife, she carved a poison pen, wrote to her lover's wife, your husband's seed has fed my flesh, as if a leper's face that tainted letter graced the wife with chokestone throat, ran to the day with tear blind.
Chapter 21. The King, Some Cards, and a Letter. They all walked into the water, and immediately they all started to feel better. Soon, everyone was swimming with the three women, and the blue and green fairies came and played their music and sang and danced. And soon they were all dancing in the water with Tina and Sheena and Shana Nesha, who would touch them and kiss them on their cheek and then their lips. And soon their sounds of laughter and joy echoed across the lake. After a while, Sheena went up to Tina and kissed her, and then disappeared into the water. And soon the fairies stopped playing and flew away. And then everyone else walked out of the water, put on their clothes and gear, and just looked around, wondering what they should do next, but feeling better than they had ever felt before. Shana Nesha. Now you are all one with the magical forest, so you will no longer become weak or sick here. And whenever you wish to see someone, just think of them and start walking, and within minutes you'll come upon them. You can even spend time with Eric the Satyr now, for if he ever steals any of your magical items again, all you have to do is go see him and offer him some brandy and honey mead, which you can get from the fairies by just calling for them. I must leave you now, but I hope you'll come see me again and spend some time with me, and we all go swimming together. She then walked up to each of them and hugged them and kissed them on their lips, and then she disappeared into the forest. Latia, looking at Tina now. Wow, so we can visit the other creatures too, anytime we want? Why would we ever want to spend time with that satyr? Tina, you sure can. The reason you might want to see the satyr again is because his music is even more enchanting than the fairies. His magical pipes are quite heavenly to listen to. You just didn't realize how beautiful they sound because you weren't one with the forest. But you will now, if you ever encounter him again. Also, the Goldens and the angels won't harm you anymore, unless you'd like to go to sleep for a while, or get drunk and have a party, she said, smiling. Tenneth, well, I'd like to see the unicorn and the Pegasus again before we leave, and also Leopold. Latia, we have to see the unicorn again. We have to bring her to the king. Oh, and Priscilla sent us here to ask you to come with her, to come see her. I assume you know who she is? She said that because Dalma and I are druids, that you'd listen to us and come with us, but that it might take a while to convince you to come with us. Tina, well, had you met me earlier, you would have had a hard time getting me to come with you, but now I'd love to come with you. So let's go see the unicorn and then the king, but you lead the way and I'll just walk with you. Just think of her and start walking. But they all wanted to say bye to Arundel and Leopold, so they first visited them, which made them both very happy. No one was afraid of Leopold anymore, and they all smiled, which only made him smile back. But all he wanted to know was whether they had any more gold coins that he could trade some of his magical items for. So they told him that when they came here again, that they'd bring a lot of gold coins, which got Leopold very excited. They then thought of the unicorn and started walking, and a few minutes later they saw her, and a few minutes after that, they were back with the king, and the circle of standing stones was nearby, which surprised them, since it wasn't by him before. King Sturgeon, "Oh, you're back. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever see you all again. And you brought Tina with you too? Hello, Tina. How are things? I'd ask you to go swimming with me in the magical lake, but I'm kind of busy, sitting here on this throne with this crown on my head. You know how it is. So, maybe some other time. Oh, I see you've brought Eliza too. Eliza, where have you been? Wait, don't tell me where you've been. I don't want to know. Have you seen the Pegasus? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. So, this sure is a nice forest, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. See you all later. Latia, you asked us to bring you the unicorn, and then you'd raise the portals for us. King Sturgeon, whoa. Hold on there. Did I just say thanks for coming? Fairies, yes, you did. King Sturgeon, good. I was worried that maybe I hadn't, or that maybe they didn't hear me. Well, I guess you didn't hear me, so thanks for coming. But it's time to leave now. I'm kind of busy here. See, I'm the king, so there's a lot I got to do around here, if you know what I mean. Latia went to speak up again, but Tina stopped her. Latia, allow me. Hey, Stan, she said loudly. King Sturgeon, yes, ma'am, he said subserviently. Tina, you asked them to bring you the unicorn, and then you'd raise the portals. They've brought you the unicorn. Now raise the portals so that they can leave. King Sturgeon, oh, did I tell them that? Fairies, yes, you did. King Sturgeon, oh, well, that settles it. If there was any doubt as to whether or not I said that to them, there isn't any more. So I have to raise those portals now, right? Fairies, yes, you do. King Sturgeon, right. Okay then. There was a long pause. Hey, fairies, tell me how I raise these portals again. I forgot how to do that. Fairies, just say raise the portals. King Sturgeon, you're kidding. Are you telling me that all I have to do is say, raise the portals, and the portals all came up out of the ground and were glowing? King Sturgeon, wow. Well, would you look at that? I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. I mean, all I had to do was say, raise the portals to raise the portals. I gotta say, sometimes I even amaze myself. Hey, I wonder what would happen if I said, lower the portals. The portals all dropped down into the ground. King Sturgeon, wow. Well, would you look at that? Tina, Stan. King Sturgeon, yes, ma'am. Tina, say raise the portals. King Sturgeon, yes, ma'am. Raise the portals. Wow. Well, would you look at that? Is that something? Or is that something? Fairies, that's something. King Sturgeon, it sure is. Hey, are you guys wondering how I was able to do that? Jack, trying not to laugh now. I'll just go out on a limb and guess because you're the king? King Sturgeon, you got it. I'm the king. You heard him, right? Fairies, yes, we did. King Sturgeon, good. I wasn't sure if you heard him, but I'm the king. That's how I was able to do that. Pretty impressive, huh? Now, what can I do for you people? I'm kind of busy, though, sitting here on my throne with this crown on my head. The party, with Tina leading the way, walked through the brown portal. Eliza the unicorn. So what did you want to see me about, Stan? Stan. I don't remember. What did I want to see Eliza about? Fairies. We don't know. Stan. Oh, well, if you don't know, I certainly don't know. Well, thanks for coming to see me, Eliza. It sure was nice to see you again. I'd sit and talk with you, but I'm kind of busy, sitting here on my throne with this crown on my head. The unicorn just shook her head in dismay, turned around, and disappeared into the forest. Tina came through the brown portal, then waited until everyone else came through, and then she walked through the brown portal again. This confused them, for they thought they needed to walk through the yellow portal next. But Tina disappeared through the brown portal, so they followed her. Then they saw her walk through the green portal. They tried to talk to her, but she was too quick. But when they all walked through the green portal, they were back at the great huge tree. Latia. Tina, we were wondering where you were going, but you're so fast. We thought you had to go through the yellow portal next. Tina. It doesn't matter which portal you go through the second time. You go to the great huge tree by going brown, any, green. Hello, Priscilla. These people told me that you wanted to see me, so here I am. Jack was taking notes, but everyone was pleased to hear that the second portal didn't matter. But now they wondered what was the purpose of the second portal then. The 4 dryads came out and ran up to Tina and hugged and kissed her, and then did the same with everybody else. The party would stay for several hours, and everyone drank some wine and ate some berries, and the dryads kissed everyone, even Nightwind, Belfin, and Phileas, which made them all quite happy. They didn't want to leave, but Priscilla reminded them that they're on a quest to find Sheila's items. And speaking of items, I have a gift for you for bringing Tina to me. And she handed them a beautiful-looking medallion. Inside this medallion are 8 cards, and they're magical. They were given to me by a mysterious woman many months ago. There's a picture of a dragon on each of them, but I don't know what they're for or how to use them. I asked her, but she told me to just hold on to them for a while until someone does something for me. So since you've done something for me, I'm now giving them to you. I hope you figure out what they do. Good luck. Tina and the dryads all hugged and kissed them again and said bye, after they promised they'd return again as soon as they could. The dryads looked sad, like they weren't sure if they'd ever see them again. But then Tina assured them that they'd all return again sometime, which made them all smile. Lightmane carefully opened the medallion and took out the cards, and they all looked at them. Tenneth then took out the necklace with the medallion that had a card in it. That was a picture of a red dragon, and on that card it said Red Dragon. And the other cards all had a picture of a dragon with their name as well. Each of the dragons looked different, and on each card was the following names: Draco, Wyvern, Amphisbaena, Fire Dragon, Water Dragon, Void Dragon, Jormungandr, Behemoth. The pictures of these dragons, as well as their names, fascinated everyone. Lightmane cast Detect Magic, and the magic that radiated was that of a conjuration summoning nature. Conjuration summoning? So does this mean that at some point we're going to figure out how this all works and actually conjure dragons? Jack: I don't know if I should be excited at the thought of that or terrified. So where should we go now? They decided to roll their 8-sided die again and let fate guide them this time. The roll came up a 3, which was the green portal. So they walked through it, and then walked back through it, since the second portal apparently didn't matter. And then they rolled their 8-sided die again, and this time it came up a 6. So they all for the first time, walked through the orange portal. They were outside, but it didn't take long to realize where they were, for now they were by a large river that was near a small trail that would take them to the crossroads by the keep. Hello, Clavdrea. I apologize for not responding to your first letter. I will try my best to explain all that has happened here. Unfortunately, we were defeated by a powerful party of adventurers who somehow got the monsters in the valley to turn against us, and they all attacked us and defeated us. Fortunately for us, though, one of the adventurers was a half-orc barbarian necromancer who had tricked the party and had gotten them to trust him. After the battle, he got the party to bind the wounds of the fallen and to cast their healing spells on us by convincing them that he was going to try to reach us and turn us from evil to good. I don't know how he convinced them, but he did. And because of him, 7 of the clerics didn't die, along with Drazik and Mithril. I was killed in battle, though, and they found all the treasure that you sent me. Fortunately for me, though, the party gave Jograth, that's his name, some of the treasure, and he used that money and traveled with Mithril to the keep and paid to have them raise me back to life by convincing them that I was one of the good clerics who had fallen in battle. Even though he's a half-orc, they trusted him, since he helped the party to defeat us. So they raised me from the dead. And since then, he and I now rule in the valley. But everyone, including all the monsters, still believe that we're good, though the monsters all fear me. But Jograth told all of them that we're all good now, and that they're all protected. The keep actually protects the monsters now, too. I can't believe all that he pulled off, but the valley is now under the protection of the keep, so unfortunately, we aren't attacking travelers on the road anymore, and the monsters are all forced to get along with each other. Even though Jograth tricked all of them, he's not evil. He actually wants us to all be good now, so that we can travel to the keep whenever we want. He calls himself the Lord of the Valley. He then fell in love with me, so I'm pretending that I've fallen in love with him too, as I don't dare let him know that I haven't changed my ways. He's convinced that I have, so I have to keep up this ruse. For while I'm not in love with him, I do like him. He's quite enjoyable to have around, despite the fact that he's a half-orc. But being with him, in that way, isn't nearly as awful as I thought it would be. In fact, it's been quite fun. We now go adventuring and have found a place that is called the Cave of Wonders. We haven't found anything of value yet, and the others don't want to go there anymore, as it's apparently quite dangerous inside. But he's determined to explore it with us, so that's what I'm planning on doing. Here's hoping that we find lots of treasure, though I still have plenty of my own money, so I'm good. But I'm sorry that they stole all of your treasure. But I was dead, and they were all unconscious, so there was nothing anyone could do to stop them. Hopefully, we'll never see any of them ever again, as they're all certain that I'm dead. If you'd like to come visit to meet Jograth, let me know. But please don't kill him. He's quite powerful, and I'm certain that I can get him to turn to our side eventually. In the meantime, together, we're quite powerful, and everyone in the valley fears us, so it's all good on my end. If you won't be coming, please instruct me on what you wish of me, and I will do my best to carry out your orders. Raisha. Raisha walked into her quarters, but was shocked to see Jograth with her letter in his hand. So, you've been lying to me this entire time. Sheila. Oh, that was fun. I just went swimming with all of them, and Tina will be joining us soon to roll up a character. She's quite excited about it, though I think she's more excited that I invited her to come to my realm. Oh, how do you like me as an aquatic elf? My name is Sheena. Ilana. Wow, I love it. Well, now I want to come be an aquatic elf with you and Tina sometime. Everyone loved how Sheila looked as an aquatic elf, but then she turned back into herself, and soon they were back to playing YOLO's fun game. YOLO. Okay, you've all walked the pattern, and are now all in the center, and a portal rises up. It's amber-colored. Sheila. A portal? Wow, really? Are you doing this because of my place? YOLO. Yep. Sheila. Wait, but you didn't know about my portals until just recently. YOLO. When I saw your portals, I thought of this. Thought it would be fun. Corwin says, this will take us to Amber. All we have to do is step through this portal. So let's go. Sheila. So we're now going to go adventuring in a fantasy world? Oh, this is amazing. We know almost nothing about Amber still, but unless someone wants to do something else first, we all walk through the portal. Behind Corwin, of course. YOLO. Okay. Corwin walks through, and you all follow. And now you're all in Amber, where he's a 33rd level paladin. So instead of him going adventuring with all of you, he's going to have you go adventuring with him. He's going to have you go adventuring for him, while he goes off and deals with his own stuff. Because there's no way I can have him go adventuring with all of you, since he's way more powerful than Sheila yelling, YOLO, what are you doing? How did you do this? YOLO shocked. Do what? Sheila, what are you talking about? Sheila ran over to her couch, grabbed her device that turned on her vision screen. Show me King Sturgeon, but go back 30 seconds. Everyone saw the sturgeon sitting on his throne, along with the standing stones, when all of a sudden a huge portal shot up in the center of the standing stones. It was amber-colored, which was darker than the orange-colored portal, and they all saw Corwin walk through, followed by Drana, Burke, Harlan, Rorik, Elena, and Harag. But behind Harag came another person. He was around 6 feet tall and looked like a dwarf, except for the fact that he was 6 feet tall. King Sturgeon. Well now, who are you people? And what can I do for all of you? Corwin. My lord, I've never seen a giant fish sitting on a throne before, and you can talk. Incredible! I am Corwin. I am a 33rd level paladin and the Prince of Amber. And who might you be? Sheila. That! How did you do that? And what is going on? She said, looking terrified.